Scott Jim Ryan's gone. Later. Now, Hiroki Totoki's over here, taking over, and he's just beginning his intern as CEO of PlayStation. This is Chris Scullion over at VGC. With this comes the biggest question of all, Scott. Will PlayStation go day and date with PS5 launch and PC? Will this be the future? Let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about. It was announced in September of 2023 that CEO Jim Ryan, then at the time, would be stepping down, with Hiroki Totoki taking over on April 1st, 2024. Ryan has now officially left the company, with Totoki stepping in to oversee the PlayStation division while keeping his current role at Sony Group, while a more permanent successor to Ryan is found. Quote, Mr. Totoki will work closely with the Sony Group Corporation Chairman and CEO Kenichiro Yoshida in the management team of SIE to help define the next chapter of PlayStation's future, including the succession of the CEO role, Sony said in a statement at the time. Although his interim CEO role officially starts yesterday, Totoki had already started visiting studios in recent months and has already made his views on Sony's gaming strategy clear. In February, during a Q&A session following Sony's latest financial results briefing, Totoki said he wants Sony to be, in brackets, quotes, aggressive, end quote, when it comes to improving its gaming division profit margins, which he says can partly be achieved with a greater focus on bringing first-party games to PC. There it is, Scott. Addressing the question, asking why the game division has been seeing an increase in gross income but not profits, Totoki made it clear that he feels releasing games multi-platform, which seemingly clarified as meaning PC, continues to be the way forward. Quote, in the past, we wanted to popularize consoles, and first-party titles' main purpose was to make the console popular, end quote, he explained. Quote, this is true, but there's a synergy to it. So, if you have strong first-party content, not only on your console, but also other platforms like computers, a first-party game can be grown with multi-platform, and that can help operating profit to improve. So there's another one we want to proactively work on. I personally think there's opportunities out there for improvement of margins, so I would like to go aggressive on improving our margin performance, end quote. During the same call, Totoki said Bungie could be better at, quote, assuming responsibility for its development timelines, end quote. There's a shot at your own studio, man.
Better hurry up with that marathon, Bungie.
In an official translation of the Q&A provided by Sony, Totoki said that while he was impressed by Bungie's ability as a video game developer, he felt it could make improvements from a business perspective. Quote, I visited the Bungie studio and had meetings with the management, end quote, he said. Quote, and I saw that employees working at the studio were highly motivated, showing great creativity as well as impressive knowledge of live services. However, I also felt that there was room for improvement from a business perspective with regards to areas such as the use of business expenses and assuming accountability for development timelines. I hope to continue the dialogue and come up with some good solutions, end quote. I wonder how many people just, when he went to Bungie, went, oh man, like what's he, let us do our thing. Now I get it, things happen too. The game development is not easy. Things happen. Systems break, right? We just talked about CD Projekt Red. Dude, Cyberpunk was one of the biggest disasters around, right? Oh. But now look at it. Dude, it's in a whole different place right now. It is at top level. It is some incredible stuff. Cyberpunk and Phantom Liberty, which is outstanding. So the turnaround is good, but you have to get it right the first time. And I think that's where Totoki's at, right? Let's come in. Let's achieve what we want to achieve. But let's somehow figure out how to speed up the process and not wait so long in between Destiny 2 DLC. And then the problems they run into that. But sometimes I don't, like, I'm obviously not a game developer, but I feel like the minute you implement something, you kind of sit back and wait, okay, what just broke? Right? Yeah. What did this new system just change on all of us that we have to now figure out what happened and how do we fix that and then introduce this and then get kind of going from there. There is no, this is how a game is made from point A to point B. It doesn't work that way, right? Because they're always looking to grow and innovate. And then getting back to his statement, Scott, of bringing first-party games to PC. Is that a day and date to PC, Scott? Or is that just eventually like they've been doing right now?
I think that sounds like a push to day and date, because otherwise I'm not sure if it would matter too much to make a statement like that.
Yeah.
So I think this is kind of making that day and date commitment without saying it completely clearly. So, because there's going to be a little bit of wiggle room. Some games aren't going to make that. Some games aren't going to be able to do that. And you can't just point to Bungie and say, well, make it work. But we've seen what Helldivers can do. And I think Xbox, this seems to mirror what Xbox has been saying. We're not pushing the console as hard anymore because it's just not going to grow the same way. The greater world market and economy is just not going to allow that. So we're going to make our games available to everybody and increase the profit that way. And that makes a lot of sense to me. And I think that works in the case of Sony as well, made evident by Helldivers 2. That's got to be the best example at the perfect timing.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of when Epic went, we're putting Fortnite everywhere and you can all play together. Doesn't matter what platform you're on, right? It opened up that opportunity in those doors. And all of a sudden now, dude, I'm like, right now I'm playing Predecessor on 3 different platforms with whoever I want. It's incredible, right? So if
I saw you guys online last night.
Exactly, right? So there you go. But I'm over on PlayStation. I built up my XP, so my Chimera is like level 7 now. Like, it's a bit of a grind, but either way, I have certain characters there with certain skins, and then yourself, and then my buddy Kyle and Nate, they're over on Xbox. We can all meet up there, but dude, I just literally just jumped into Xbox just so we can party chat. But it still brings over the opportunity now that not like everybody now just goes, doesn't matter where you are, just play, and then you just meet up, right? And that's what Epic had done for the industry, and now that Jim Ryan's gone, I think at the end of the day is really what it comes down to. Totoki's looking at it going, we should probably be on PC. Like, look at Helldivers. Helldivers just crushed numbers. Why? Because not only... I wonder what the story would be like if it was just on PlayStation 5 with... in 6 months, you can get Helldivers 2.
Oh, yeah. I wonder how that would have played out. Because I think it needed that day one swell. Everybody got around it so quickly and took it up. And it had the quality to really withstand that. So that's great. But yeah, I'm wondering if this is the big underscore through this whole mention is this the turning point for PlayStation, getting out of the kind of dark days of Jim Ryan? And I believe Jim Ryan was kind of pincushion, kind of stuck. Everything negative about Sony was kind of stuck to him on the way out the door. Yeah. And I don't know if that was very fair, but in any case, I think there was some the biggest layoffs ever. Those kind of things weren't exactly his fault, but some of the actions in it that was quite ghoulish. I think we're getting away from that era of PlayStation, and now I'm taking this to be a sign to look forward to. Something positive is on the way. A new change in the console wars, console races entirely, and when we can play anything, anywhere, that just makes me happier.
Dude, Spider-Man 3, day and date, PC and PS5. Think about that.
Ooh, if you put cross-play in there and some co-op somehow, I'm into that. The sky's the limit now.